What is up, everyone? This is a Dragonheir Silent Gods video. Today we're gonna talk about the Temporal Vortex. I'm gonna showcase you my team because a lot of you guys have been asking for it. And of course, I'm gonna give you a few tips on how you can improve your damage on the Temporal Vortex. And I'm gonna explain you how my team is actually working. Now, doing the Temporal Vortex daily is pretty important. And it's not mainly because of the rewards that you're getting from challenging different difficulties and reaching the milestones. Yes, you're getting gems, you're getting some summons, you're getting a couple of different things. The main thing that really matters, guys, is getting the Clepsydra, Echo of Clepsydra material. And that's because at the end of the season, you're gonna be able to exchange goods in the seasonal shop. Okay, so it's very, very important to have the materials that you need in order to purchase some goods from here. Okay, the higher you rank, the more of it that you collect, the more things you can purchase from the seasonal shop, you know. So keep that in mind. I'm currently doing difficulty 4. This is the highest difficulty that we have on the Temporal Vortex. And one thing to keep in mind, always keep an eye for this. Every week it changes. Now, this week is kind of like featuring Dauntless Heroes. It's kind of like benefiting Dauntless Heroes. And you are gaining a continuous heal buff whenever you gain a buff, basically, on your allies, which is pretty nice. And the boss himself, guys, deals a lot of damage, and you have different ways on how you can play around with it, because AoEs, single targets, so he's gonna smack around, multi-hits. This is my team right here, and how you may notice, I only have 2 DPS champions left in the team. If you watched any of the previous videos where I kind of like showcased champion spotlights and we tried them in the Vortex, I always used to have like 3 DPS champions. Now, because I'm on this difficulty, I need to bring in a cleanser or some sort of support to make sure I'm keeping my team alive to get to deal the damage that I need to deal, basically, you know. So I have Furbart, such an important champion for these guys. Like, I'm running this bad boy everywhere and he's just too good, man. That's why I've told you guys, he should be your #1 pick from the 99 cents epic chest, you know, because he's just too good. He's gonna be my main attack down champion. He's gonna bring me the healing. That's why he's so important. He's the glue that keeps everything together. The healing for the entire team. And he's been like this since day 1. I'm gonna show you all the builds at the end, though. And he's gonna bring me defense down because he has the Witch's Remains artifact, you know. Then we have Vikak. I got Vikak from the 99 cents chest, guys. You know, I wanted to have this bad boy in my team, and luckily I just clicked on him because I need to change one rune. I need to put an accuracy one because I just don't have enough accuracy like this, and this might actually mess up my my mojo a bit with my skill haste. There we go. Hopefully it's not gonna be too bad because I made kind of like a bit of a preset, you know. So Vikak, he's gonna bring decreased attack as well with the battle skill, so that's gonna be more common. And we're gonna get a cleanse, and we're gonna get some healing from here. That's kind of like his main role in the team. Then of course we have Tunnelnun, my main DPS champion. She does have the eyeball of the giant just to bring in more firepower. Then, of course, we have Erich to pair with her. He has the musical box. That will give him more damage when he's under a shield buff. And the last champion is Adolphus. His role is just to bring shields for my team. That's about it. That's everything that he does. Brings shields, guys. So that's going to be very important. I will slowly, probably, push a bit of firepower in this artifact just to generate a bigger shield, even though 11% to 15% is not such a big difference all around, but the enlightenment from here will actually help him quite a bit. And I set a preset here just to try to kind of like time a bit the skills, especially for Vikak, to make sure he's cleansing at the right moment. Now, because I just changed that rune on him, hopefully it's not really going to affect my my performance in here, you know. But that being said, let's crack on it. It's gonna be pretty straightforward. We're gonna see what sort of damage we're gonna get here too. So the boss himself, guys, with the first skill right here deals lightning damage to all enemies. So that's an AoE. Recharge time 5 seconds. Then you have the second, deals lightning damage to the enemy with the highest max HP. Now in my case, it's actually going to be no one else but Furbar. Okay, so he's always going to get this hit, and he's going to be most probably the first champion to die in my team, because this skill will actually smack, especially if I'm not shielded at the right moment, if by any chance I don't get to heal enough in time for this skill, you know. Then Whistle of the Gale deals lightning damage to all enemies, inflicting defense penalty for 18 seconds. Now the main thing right here, guys, is that he does his first hit, right, like his first slap, let me just call it a slap, then he does his other slap. So we call this back home in Romania spell Putina. Okay, that's how we're calling this move when you're slapping somebody. Bang bang. So that's what the boss does to us, and he only puts that defense down on you on the second slap. Okay, so if you're clicking to cleanse before that, you're not gonna get the cleanse done, because he's gonna put the debuff only after. So it's something to keep in mind at the end of the skill rather than at the beginning of the skill. And then you have the final skill, deals lightning damage to all enemies and gains stackable total damage bonus permanently based on the count of casting the skill. When the stack count reaches 150, the damage will ignore immortality and invincibility and gain resurrection blocks. Now probably you guys are like, wait, what? Can we actually have unkillable teams in Dragonheir Silent Gods? Yes, you can, if you have the right champions. That's how the big guys that have all the OP legendaries are reaching astronomical numbers in the Vortex, is because they are running unkillable teams, guys, and they survive all the way up to the stack 150 or turn 150 for the stack. That's how they manage to do, like, I don't know, 100 million damage or some crazy thing like that, you know. And of course by having Flora or some other very powerful legendary champions. But this is my team right here. I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job with them. I have, of course, Tonelnan with 47.8% damage. He is the #1 damage dealer in here. I think I mentioned it as well when I was reviewing the epic champions from the chest that you could pick up, basically. I said I would consider to get Furbart as the first champion, and then it really depends if you're looking for a DPS for the Vortex and other dungeons. Tonelnan is your girl because she deals so much damage. Then of course Erich is not fully scrolled. He's not scrolled at all actually, and would be nice to have scrolls on him, of course, but because he's such a scarce resource, I'm not planning to do it. I'm not planning to put scrolls in him at all, you know. But that would definitely be something pretty damn good, you know. And my god, Furbart, can you land that defense down as well, please? What are you doing? So it seems like my cooldown on the skills is a bit off. I might actually have to manual some of them, maybe. That's another thing that you should keep in mind, especially if you don't have tons of champions that do decrease attack in your team, guys. Very important to kind of like keep an eye on the debuffs bar. Very important to kind of like set their skills to be on point, to use them at the right moment, to ensure that you're not gonna lose the buffs, you're not gonna lose the debuffs when they matter the most. You know, like Furbart right here is getting hammered slowly, you know. We're not doing too bad, you know. Vikak is gonna be my main issue. I'm actually gonna stop him a bit and see if we can get the cleanse before the hit. We managed to do that. As long as we're using that cleanse before the boss hits us with the defense down, we're pretty spot on. Now I would like to delay a bit the shield, but if I'm delaying the shield from Adolphus a bit more, what's going to happen is that I'm gonna get hit by that AoE when I'm probably low on the HP after this, you see. So if this one right here, luckily I'm still getting that cleanse on point, so that could potentially delay a bit the shield from Adolphus, just to try and keep my Furbart alive for longer. Once my Furbart goes down, guys, it's game over. You see, his HP is actually getting getting lower and lower and lower. So that's the problem. When the boss is using that single hit skill, the second skill or battle skill, whatever is going to be on him, because he has so many different skills, you know. That's when the problem really comes in, because if he's killing my third part, I'm losing the healing. Adolphus should normally do some healing too, but from what I've seen in the patch notes, there are some issues with that. So he's not really doing any proper healing at the moment, you know. Okay, defense down. Do that cleanse, please. Don't let me down. Do that cleanse because it's so freaking important. I'm not reaching the highest chest at the moment, unfortunately. My next step is to improve my build on Erich, to improve my build on Tunnelnan, and that should allow me to have a better outcome in here, you know, to have a better performance all around. I am only reaching the 15 million chest. The maximum chest, which is the last chest, is at 25 million, and I would expect to be able to do it by next week, hopefully. And I'll be honest, if I will change somebody here with the champions that I currently have available, I'm not sure who I would remove from the team, because I feel like it's just glued so good together. You know, have that shield. You see how important it is, the shield from Adolphus, to keep my team alive, just generally, not only when the boss is using the single hit on a third part, but just generally to have it on the AoEs as well. So we lost the third part right there. We reached 16 million damage, or we're very close to it. There we go. Very close to the 16 million. I've done over 16 million before, almost 17 actually, and this is my team for the Temporal Vortex, ladies and gentlemen. How I mentioned, having the healing from Furbart is massive, because I don't necessarily need to bring some other crazy healers in here. Yes, Vikak does a bit of extra healing as well when he's cleansing, which is very helpful, but then we have Adolphus that does quite a bit of work too. So checking the statistics, you can actually see some of the healing too. So we have Tunnelnan with 49.2% damage. Then we have Erich with 39.5%. So Tunnelnan dealt almost 8 million, Erich 6.3 million. And we have the rest with like 4%. So this is my Erich. Some views. So we have 45k HP, 1.4k defense. Survivability is very, very important. Now, how you noticed, my main issue is not that these small guys are dying, is that Furbart is the one that dies first because of that single hit skill, you know. 4k attack, 98 crit rate, 219 crit damage. He's probably my best built champion out of all of them. I have him on a Executioner set, but I'm looking to change this to the Gambler set. So, fairly decent stats, right? We have the Arcane Music Box. We're getting more damage from here when we are under a shield. So, that's going to be pretty much all the time. Then, we have Tunnelnan. She does have the Eyeball of the Giant. Lots of attack from here. 20% more damage when we're using the ultimate skill. Total stats, 68k HP, 1.4k defense, for the 4.2k attack almost, 65 crit rate. I need to get 15% more crit rate on her badly, man. 191 crit damage. No accuracy needed on this champion or anything like that. Furbart, he is built on the Ancestral Protection set, and this basically has some damage reduction for the entire team, and he has some damage reduction for himself. Total stats, we have 79k HP, 4k defense, and the rest really doesn't matter. Of course, you need the accuracy. You need to have over 250 accuracy for difficulty 4, but based on your difficulty, keep that in mind, you know, to adjust your accuracy accordingly. And Witch's Remains on him, this has a chance to land defense penalty. There are only 2 artifacts in the game that do that. Witch's Remains and the Crown of the Unclean, which is the smaller version of defense down. Then we have Vikak. He does have the Rift Hourglass. This basically gives him 100 extra skill haste, gives him the 96 accuracy that is needed to make sure we're landing the decreased attack. For 48k HP, 2.4k defense. The rest doesn't really matter either till we go to accuracy, and that's at 270. I have him built on a 3 years emblem set, and basically this one, after the wearer unleashes their ultimate skill, all allies obtain increased attack for 10 seconds. Okay, so this gives me increased attack on my team. But I'm gonna do a different video, guys, where we're gonna discuss on how to improve your damage all around. What are the main things that you should prioritize in the Vortex to improve your damage? We're gonna do that as a different video in the next couple of days or so. And the final champion, which is Adolphus. He's on a Radiant set, guys, and this one heals the hero by 20% of the max HP after the wearer unleashes their ultimate skill. Now, all that healing that you've seen right there at the statistics was part of this as well, you know. So I feel like I think that the healing is still busted. I forgot that I have this set on him actually, but this gives him a lot of healing to himself, you know. And he's gonna put a lot of shields on the team. Now, the artifact that I have on him is the Athenaeus Tiara. I can definitely look for a better one, honestly, that would probably give me some sort of better value maybe. 46k HP, 2.4k defense, 264 enlightenment. The rest doesn't really matter. Again, enlightenment is going to be massive for him because he's actually putting shields based on the max HP and enlightenment, okay? So it's going to be very, very important. But that is my Vortex team, ladies and gentlemen. I'm reaching the highest difficulty. I'm only able to get the second chest, or the one before the last chest. Hopefully by next week I'm going to be able to max this boss and kind of like crack on with it. Because of it, we are getting some more goodies from the Alliance Rally daily. So you're getting more gems from here every single day. Of course, you're getting the Affinity Solvent, which will help you with your Psychic core. So make sure you are doing your Vortex and make sure you're trying to improve your damage, because that overall will slowly help you to improve your account all around. Appreciate every single one of you guys watching. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you smash a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, and I'll catch you all soon in the next video. Peace.